What's up, guys? So we officially have the lift in the shop. This is weird. So today I gotta finish up installing the damn thing. It's like 30% there. It might look complete, but we got a lot to do. But before we start today, I wanted to show you guys something that I'm super excited about. So as you guys know, we've been trying to 1J swap this FD. We've been casually working on it for the past couple weeks, and I've been really excited with the progress, but I haven't really been able to get much parts for it right now. We spent a lot of time making the subframe, the transmount, and everything, but now it's time to start gathering parts for it to bring it together and make it an actual car. Now today, I got my first performance part for the FD, and I couldn't be more excited. As you guys can see, I got my package from Concept Z Performance. They've always been my go-to place for Z32 parts because, I mean, they really have it on lock, but they also sell a lot of parts for the 240s and other chassis. But I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you check them out. Yo, this is awesome. You ready for it? Boom, right here. First part for the FD, or first performance part. It's an HKS super sequential blow-off valve. Damn, this thing is gorgeous. Look at this thing. Look at the holographic HKS. That is so cool. Concept Z is having a deal for the rest of September on all their HKS products. They're the cheapest that HKS will physically allow them to sell them for. This part alone, there's overnight free shipping, and on all the other HKS products, it's free shipping. And I think they also have deals on like the airlift performance stuff, which is cool too. Honestly, with this deal, I'm probably gonna buy another one for the Black Z because I really need something cool on there. If you guys want to check out their products, like I said before, they're my go-to place with the Z32 chassis. And of course, they got a bunch of other Nissan stuff. Even I think they have 86 parts too. In the description, get yourself some cool HKS stuff. Hopefully we can get this thing on sooner than later because I'm so pumped to hear this thing. So getting back to the lift, what we have to do today is the scary part, and that's actually mounting it to the floor. And what we're gonna be doing to mount it to the floor is using these lag bolts. I think that's what they're called. So basically what we're gonna be doing is drilling a big ass hole through the concrete after we measure everything perfectly. And we're gonna be hammering these down in, and then as we tighten them, this piece right here actually pushes down and expands, and it locks itself in place. So what we're gonna need is a hammer drill bit to drill the, big ass holes in the concrete. And then we're gonna have to get an epoxy that people suggest to put on these when you put them in. So some extra reinforcement, I guess. So I actually want to throw the pump on the actual motor that lifts everything up. I want to mock that all up so I can figure out what we're going to need for wiring, because that's going to be another big issue. So here's the big hydraulic pump that does all the work. We got our motor, and we have our big ass tank that holds 2.5 gallons of hydraulic fluid. All we have is to wire this in, and we have an NPT that sends one line to the lift itself, and that's about it. This is not light. Can you hold this thing? Yeah. Man, these things are a pain in the ass. So I'm thinking the cables are next. So the hydraulic line that goes up, we just ran it really quick. And I'm assuming these just go across the pulleys up top. I don't know. It's trial and error at this point, so let's see what happens. This is a long bitch, but as you guys can see, it kind of sits in this slot right here. I think we're gonna have to go all the way up into the pulley, down the other pulley, and on the other side, we have this hole, so we're gonna go right into there with that. The cables are pretty easy. They just kind of follow the track like we said, but what they do is they actually go all the way down. There's a pulley underneath that loops up and then bolts to here. So we're gonna have to jack this up and get under there. But for now, we're gonna take a trip to Home Depot. I have to get the drill bit and the epoxy for the studs. And then I also have to get some hardware because it's missing a few things. And I need to get the wire for the power unit. And unfortunately, it's all the way over here. So I'm gonna have to get a decent amount because I gotta go all the way up, over, into there. All right, I let my camera charge when we were out, but what I got wire and I got the drill bit. So we're all set to go. Now, not super pumped on the wire. This is Romex wire. It's like the wiring inside your walls. It's not the wire I'd prefer to use, but it's gonna work. I mean, it's 12 gauge wire. It's like literally what it comes on. Perfect for the amount of amps and volts that it's pulling, and it'll work. The only thing that's shitty about it is the fact that it's orange. It's probably gonna be ugly, but I'm gonna try and tuck the wires inside the lift and go over and go into the box right there, which is wired for the correct voltage. So I'm gonna go down here. Okay. It's all ran up nice. You kind of only see the orange there, but My plan was to snake it all the way down this one too, and then go underneath the stairs. And I would love to do that, but with this wire, since it's so rigid, it will take me an hour and a half, and I'll cry through the whole process. So I think I'm gonna do the lazy way and just go straight off the top, over, and just down the wall into the box. I know it's not gonna look as nice, and I feel bad about it, but it's so worth it. So the star of the show arrived.
Stop it.
So we just squared up the base. So on the instructions, it actually gives us some information on this. It tells us how to square it up. So we measured all the measurements we need to make sure this thing is perfectly in square. What's the magic number be?
32 1/4.
Perfect. So they're straight. So I mean, now even though I still need to finish the wiring, put fluid in, and do all the stuff, we could do the annoying part, and that is drill the floor and put the studs in. Put this in there and just awesome. There you go. Snug. All right, 8 more to go. What do you think, Tukey? Yeah, get it. Get it. Another one. It's a pain in the ass, B.
It's tough work.
This is a tight one. That's good. Not gonna lie, guys, this really sucks, but we're making good progress. All right, so I had this wire plastic cover laying around. It actually makes it look presentable, but I made it a little too long, obviously, but it's okay. Too long is better than too short. So now I have to figure out how to wire this into the fuse panel. All right, so I just finished the wiring, and I'm terrified to test it. B, tell me to do it.
Do it.
Yes, it actually works. We're gonna prime it up, and I am absolutely terrified to push this button. Tell me to do it, Bri. That's not right. Is that spinning the right way?
I don't think it is.
Alright, I messed something up. I'll get back to you. Together, B, we will get this right.
Listen,
I think this time it's gonna work.
with enough sketchy combinations, it's gotta hit.
We're doing wonderful. But I feel like we have enough common sense. We know how to use Google enough to make this work. So,
And we have good reflexes and reaction time.
watch your fingers, B. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Any smoking yet?
No.
What about now? And it doesn't work at all now, huh? It's working! It's actually working! Yeah, I hit it with a hammer and it started working.
Yeah, there's gotta be. Yeah.
So we just wasted...
Maybe honestly, I thought it might be airlocked. That's why we took the bleeder screw out and then we shot it all over our place. But it didn't even come out at first, so maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
We literally played with the wiring for like 45 minutes. And I was like, B, let me hit it with a hammer. And he said no. So I still hit it with a hammer anyways.
And it worked.
And it worked.
So maybe it was the motor, maybe it was fluid locked or air locked or something.
What's the process right now?
I'm just going up and down, seeing if it still works by the time we get to the bottom again.
I mean, so far so good. It looks really weird to see this thing moving here. So I'm gonna clean this whole mess up. B is stowing in the lockers for the arms right here. And then I gotta go up top and just finalize all the bolts because we left them loose because I wanted the, because there's a lot of play up there and I wanted to leave them loose until we fully bolted down the lift. So they're all square. So what car should we put on it first?
S13 is the closest.
All right, so I plan on having the cars usually this way because if the nose is facing forward, obviously my toolbox is right here. It's literally perfect, but we didn't feel like flipping the car around. So B, show them what's good.
It's working!
This is super weird, dude. This is huge, Brian. Oh, I don't want to see underneath this from the event. This is gonna be so.
I want to see it.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad. Board slides of the Rumble. Look at that. That is so funny.
These are.
Look how indented that is. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, and actually this one is like pretty bad.
Oh my god,
and this one here.
Oh. Dude, that's so awesome.
Wonder if they know something in Tokyo.
You see it, then you mean it, then you know you have to go. Now that the car's in the air, you can probably get a good look at the actual damage. It's really probably a lot worse than it looked from the last video. But that quarter's in pretty good there. And there's all types of buckles going on inside the jam at the bottom. Well, we'll take care of it. It's really not too terrible. Little bit of the bottom of the arch is definitely in here too. Hopefully not too much of the rocker on the top is in. Look at the door wrinkled all the way down.
Are you running that bumper or are you getting the fucking price, right?
This is amazing. This is a really big deal for me. Garage goals as heck right now. So the lift is all wired up. It's all good. I actually want to run that conduit, which is like the metal tubing, like this stuff. I want to run a nice pipe down the side of the wall, down the side of that lift, so it looks all nice. Because look at the wires just hanging. But that'll work for now. There's a few other like little trinkets that the lift comes with. It comes with pedal stools for like the extensions for like trucks and stuff. These are actually all handles for like the side of the lift, which would be actually pretty nice. And then these are covers for the locks on the side of the lift. And then this is the actual switch I still have to put in to shut off the lift if, like, you know, a car hits the top. But realistically, this would only happen if I had a damn SUV or something. So not too worried about it. I do want to throw these covers on because this would look nice. Take this off, but it covers this whole mechanism. So let's do that real quick. The covers actually cleaned up pretty good. So I think that's about it for the thing. Now it's time to get some work done underneath it. It's late. I spent all freaking day getting this thing up. It was a pain in the ass, but I figured it out. If I was to do it again, I think I can bang it out pretty quick. But it was worth it because these cost like $500 to get put in. So I saved myself $500. That's pretty cool. But I'm gonna end today's video, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Don, you've ended the video every night in that exact same fucking spot. You good, homie?
Huh? Oh, wait, what's going on?
Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content.
Have a good night.